Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is a COVID video. This is a challenge. Where can I share about acronym from COVID? Now, it is almost 2 years since pandemic COVID-19 was very devastated in this planet. Now, I would like to share my simple insights with regard to this COVID. I would say the letter COVID. I made a challenging insights with these letters, especially this pandemic. When I say difficulties, challenges, trials, perhaps God has a plan to all of us. Now let us start with letter C from COVID. When you say letter C in the COVID, generally means challenge yourself to change the world. Remember when was the first month of MERS-CoV-2 devastated in the country or in the planet? It was 2012, but MERS-CoV-1, that was MERS-CoV-1, but still the same coronavirus. MERS is Middle East Respiratory Syndrome from severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus. What does it mean? These are all interrelated, interrelated viruses. From letter C, challenge yourself to change the world. How will you challenge yourself? In my previous video, you cannot challenge other people, but start challenge yourself to change the world. For example, during the pandemic, how will you change the world? How will you challenge yourself in a little way? For example, within your community, you can now say start looking for simple solution in order to avoid the spread out of this virus. We can still have changes, not only the whole world, but in a simple way. Letter O from COVID is, I would say, overcome with difficulties, overcome this pandemic, overcome these trials in our health. You know, there are many circumstances where we can say to ourselves, let's give up already. Imagine the only solution is to get vaccinated. And then later on, there are news coming in that somebody received the full vaccine, okay? The first dose and the second dose. Then later on, after 24 hours, he passed away. What does it mean? How will you overcome these difficulties? Of course, by asking the Lord. The divine providence is powerful for every challenge. Okay? Letter V, values and relationship improvement. Values is somehow the way or strategy to stand what is right, what is wrong, what is really in the direction of the right path. When you say good, that is signify that is, you know, the law of God, the law of man. But we cannot rule the law of man. Should be the rule of law. Okay? Relationship. How do you improve your relationship with your fellow man? You're looking for a relationship with others, relationship with God. You're talking about loving your God, but you are not lovable person. You're talking about the godly being, but you are not, you know, sensitive to the needs of your fellow man. You're selfish. You're talking about the way you know, go to church. You're very religiously uh, giving collection every Sunday in the church, but you are not, okay, generous to your communities, to your fellow men. There is one person there. She is always, you know, donating, praying in the church in the afternoon, member divine prophet, divine mercy, etc. But she has a business wherein the community do not like because of the effect in their health, pollution, I mean. So how will you equate this being godly person with not environment friendly with your communities? How will you account on this? Okay? Letter I. I. Forget your I. When you say I am. Be and you know, there must be a sacrifice. Forget the I. Because when you say always I, you're always talking about yourself. Selfishness, you need. That is selfishness, a sign of selfishness, a sign of self-centered. Forget your I, but we should start, no, helping others, especially now with this pandemic. Okay? And the letter D, don't forget your purpose. Why are you here on earth? Okay? Are you here on earth because of something? What is your purpose? What is your, you know, who am I? What is really your goal? So, the way you think others, the way you treat them, I mean, okay? Letter C, challenge yourself to change the world. Letter O, overcome with difficulties, with different kinds of trials, shortcomings. V, values and relationship improvement. I, forget yourself, forget your I, but we stand for we, no? In a group, not only yourself, but share. D, don't forget your purpose. Are you here on earth just to survive without, you know, others? No man is an island. So that is COVID of insights, the COVID insights of mine. Okay? I do hope that this acronyms may inspire you to live with this pandemic COVID 19. Thank you, and let's pray that this COVID 19 pandemic will end this 2021. God bless you all.